going to be available today. Today in Canada and the US. Hold on a second. But the promotions around what we're going to do are available worldwide. Worldwide, every country, all 48 countries. All 48 countries can participate in the promotions that you're going to hear about in a second. Does this make sense? But guys, if you're outside of Canada, we're coming. Now imagine this just for a second before we roll this video. Just for a second, imagine how many people approximately, just in your own mind, don't yell out the answer, but just picture a number from 1 to 100. If there's 100 people, approximately what percentage would drink coffee or tea? Okay, don't just think to yourself. It's going to be a pretty high number. Yes, percentage. If you have 100 people and you say who drinks coffee or tea, at least occasionally, out of the 100, what percentage do you think would say, yeah, it's going to be pretty high? But that's a product category. What we're about to introduce you, and I've done studies. I've asked this question all around, and people say about 80%. Were you thinking of 80%? Anybody thinking of 80%? About 80%. It's not 100. About 80%. How many were a little lower than 80%? 90. It's about 80% on average, right? What we're about to introduce you, when you say to someone, "Are you concerned about this issue?" 81%. You understand? You didn't understand that, right? Math is not your best suit. We're talking about a product category that is as powerful as what we've already got. And I told you, from nothing, we went from 0 to 1 billion. With this, we're going to do the same. We're going to go from 0 to 1 billion, but we're going to do it in 18 months. 18 months. Are you fired up? Woo! Turn your video cameras on and let's roll tape.
The human body is amazing. Its capabilities are captivating. And its beauty can leave one breathless. Yet 2 out of 3 adults are now overweight or obese. 75% of US adults will be overweight in less than 4 years. And as of today, over 40% of the world population suffers the same fate. Being overweight right now puts anyone at risk for more than 53 health issues. Studies have revealed that processed foods with very little nutrition fuel the risk. Is there a better way to actually fuel your body building lean muscle and help burn unwanted fat? There is. I'm on fire.
Put on stage, but an expert now in the field of nutrition with a Bachelor of Science degree, a double major in dietetics and exercise sports science, a registered dietitian nutritionist, certified personal trainer, certified wellness coach. Please welcome to our Gene Expo stage, Diane J. Brody.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Diane Brody, and I'm excited to be here and be a part of the launch of a new company focus. Nutrition and exercise are my passion. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist, I'm a certified personal trainer, and a certified wellness coach. I specialize in weight management and helping my clients develop healthy eating patterns, and having a healthy relationship for food is really important to me, as well as making total lifestyle changes. This is about making short-term and long-term changes. It's not a diet in the traditional sense. Diets are not sustainable for long-term benefits, and most people that diet to reach a goal fail to reach their goal or rebound to be getting weight or worse. So I work with my clients on a two-fronted plan to get them to eat more mindfully and healthfully, and also to bring up their level of physical activity, all while helping them let go of bad habits, food addictions, and allowing them to become their own health advocates. In addition to working with clients, I lecture and I teach about healthy eating, exercise, and living a healthier lifestyle. So obesity is a global epidemic, and it is growing annually. 1 in 3 people are obese. I'll have more on this later, but you can see how serious the problem is. Obesity is also very bad for the sufferer. We overlook that quite a bit. Among many negative things, it leads to high cholesterol, heart disease, diabetes, joint problems, and cancer. Many times, obesity is related to poor food choices, and it also can result in malnutrition, while the person continues to gain weight. I see this in my everyday practice. Often, I help people make better nutrition choices that include meal replacement shakes like OGX. Works. When one of my clients first comes to me, we review what they're currently eating on a daily basis. Sometimes they'll come with me with a food diary from weeks prior. We review that. And what becomes really obvious is that they're missing important nutrients, but they're loading up on empty calories, and they're making really poor food choices. By using a meal replacement shake, we can start filling those nutrient deficiencies quickly, and at the same time, we work together to change how they think about eating and what they're putting in their body. When we come up with a new eating plan, often there's a meal replacement or two included each day for the meal times that are most difficult for people to make good choices in content and quality. Obesity costs us money. 20% of our health budget is due to the challenges of being overweight or obese. Obesity puts people at risk for 53 different health conditions, and not only that, 13 different kinds of cancer. Body fat is not passive tissue. It is metabolically active, and often not in a healthier, beneficial way. As people hold on to excess fat, that fat is working against them. Fats act against the body by increasing inflammatory responses. Did you know that being obese, now I'll let you know, I used to be obese, and I fixed that. But the arthritis goes away. And so your extra fat increases hunger signals. It negatively changes your hormone responses. Did you know being obese can do things like diminish libido, and it can alter your mood? Really can. And you hold on, and it holds on and stores your vitamin D, so it's not accessible to your body. So losing excess fat decreases many factors in obesity-related illnesses. Here's why you care. These costs are related to hypertension, diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. This shows up at costs both to the sufferer of the symptom for things like insulin, hypertension medication, pain drugs, surgery, and chemotherapy. Take a moment and think about your copay. and the most recent prescription that you might have had or a surgery that was in your family. Depending on your insurance plan, this can be a lot of money, sometimes thousands of dollars per month. If you could, would you prefer to spend that money on something else? I bet you would. Yeah. So would your clients. They can avoid a lifetime of obesity, and they can avoid a lot of bills that aren't fun to pay. Your healthcare dollar is paying for the obesity epidemic. 1 in 3 people are obese. That makes over 100 million obese people in the United States alone, just in this country. Obesity is not just a genetic issue, it is a behavioral and environmental disease. Our modern 21st century environment encourages more obesity by creating social norms that make unhealthy eating and exercise patterns seem normal. Many people have sitting jobs, or they sit at a desk or a meeting all day. Many social activities are things like meet at a bar, watch a sporting event. None of these things really involve a meaningful amount of activity. I have a reference here of playing pool or darts. I actually spent a lot of calories on that because I'm really bad. How many of you caught fast food on your way to a meeting recently? Or while running your kids to the next activity? Have you ever had a working meeting where you grabbed something fast? Or maybe the company ordered box lunches or pizza for everyone?
Yep.
These things have the best of intentions, but they aren't helping us to become healthier. Squeezing in a meal and not taking a healthy choice can lead to poor health. Our overbooked lives lead to these, but there are options. So, anyone catch the latest episode of Game of Thrones? Did you do it at the gym?
Nope.
Alright, even though it feels pretty natural to look down on or to shame someone who's overweight or obese, it doesn't help. Being helpful and supportive and changing the culture of sedentary behavior to active culture is a better solution. You can do things like ask your friends to go for a walk and moving away from activities that involve going around food to activities that revolve around experiences. It goes miles to help people struggling with overweight and obesity. If you're working at someone wants to have a working lunch, consider going for coffee instead and a walk instead of a box lunch or a pizza. All right, when people add fitness activities to their lifestyle or join a gym, look for a gym buddy, someone you can meet and exercise with at the gym. If you can, consider a group fitness class, even a basic one. Meet others there and build relationships. This will keep you and them coming back regularly. So obesity impacts 1.9 billion people worldwide. The problem is growing due to poor dietary choices, a prevalence of prepared food products, GMO foods, and sedentary behaviors. It is not just an American issue, it is a worldwide concern. And it is spreading. We haven't found a way to compensate for being in a world of plenty where we have to do less and less physical work to survive. How many people do you know who have a desk job? How often do you get up and walk around, or can you get your employers to get a sit-stand desk so you can move your workstation up and down? We still need to make a living, and this frequently means conforming to our employers' work environments. So what can we do about it? How can we improve this living situation? The average person eats too much sugar every day. Yeah, how much is too much sugar? Hold on to your seats. Almost a cup of added sugar is eaten every day. Our bodies do not require added sugar. They're already in carbohydrates in many things like milk or a slice of bread. Most of this excess sugar is hidden in processed food products and soft drinks. Many people don't even know how much added sugar they're taking in while thinking they're making good choices. Sugar is widely used to replace fat in low-fat food products to make it seem like there's nothing missing. Sugar is easy to add to processed food, and it improves what's called mouthfeel and to lengthen shelf life. One particular bad form of sugar is high fructose corn syrup. It became popular in the 1970s and 1980s and is used as a low-cost sweetener that gives a smooth or sometimes creamy texture. And the popularity has grown dramatically. High fructose corn syrup has other properties as well. It preferentially is stored as fat in the body. This means if you eat it, those calories go straight to fat storage. You don't pass them out. And then it's almost in all common soft drinks. It's in ketchup, it's in barbecue sauce, and many other things that you wouldn't expect to see it in. Some people remember the anti-fat messages and dietary recommendations, and they fix on eliminating all the fat from their diet, but they don't think of all the sugar they take in, and from the soft drinks, juice, sweet tea, and alcoholic beverages. Remember, this kind of hit me hard. The average is half. Half of the population eats more than that every day. All right. And we eat 40% more sodium than is recommended, and we eat too much fat again. And this is hidden in processed food and food products, restaurant foods and convenience items. We do this because it's fast, it's inexpensive, and it's readily available. Convenience is frequently the biggest driver of these calories. Most people pick sodium and fat-laden foods instead of fresh foods. Restaurants often overload foods with fat to make them more appealing to consumers and to make them come back for more. While people are choosing fat and sodium-laden foods, they're often not choosing healthy options. And there are many, many reasons. Eating in restaurants is frequently considered a treat, and even if they're doing it because it's convenient. And this makes those high sodium fat options all the more appealing. Other times it's because in many restaurants, nutritional information isn't obvious or even available. And there are many reasons, and people can make healthy decisions and eat out, but it's hard and most people don't do it. In fact, the average American's vegetable intake, and this kind of shocked me, is only 1 ounce of lettuce daily and maybe 1 serving of fruit, and that's most often found in juice. This avoidance of fruits and vegetables is just not good for our minds and bodies, our energy, brains, or mood. Unfortunately, people who have a strong dislike for fruits and vegetables were never taught to enjoy them as children, so they have little appreciation for them as adults. Frequently, parents avoided these foods because they're more expensive and require more time to prepare. They also don't stay fresh as long as, say, a frozen pizza or a burrito. How can we help these people? Encourage them to look up easy recipes for high-quality foods on the internet. YouTube University, that's my husband's favorite, and a cookbook by Google have many options for preparing simple, fresh, delicious dishes. It's easier than it seems, and it's a great activity for spouses and roommates. Get them to kind of bond over good food and not eating low-quality food that's literally killing them slowly. Beige food. I'm a dietitian. I hate beige food. We eat so much of it. It's everywhere, and it's somewhat ubiquitous to the American diet. And increasingly, beige food is spreading to the rest of the world. What is it? Beige food comes in many forms. It's almost always pre-prepared or prepared by someone else. These are things like frozen pizzas, dinners, burritos, other things like hamburger and french fries from the local restaurant. Many fried foods or foods that were fried then frozen for future use count as well. You want to look at the colors. Is the food tan or beige? It's probably beige food. One thing they all have in common, they're convenient, they're usually inexpensive, and they're always high in fat and sodium. Many also have added sugars. These are a big part of the obesity epidemic. When I work with my clients, I teach them to eat many colors of fruits and vegetables. It's called eating the colors of the rainbow. You get greens and oranges, reds and purples and yellows. They're not just pretty foods, but they pack a powerful nutritional punch. Examples include things like oranges and broccoli, carrots, blueberries, strawberries, and there are a lot of other fruits and vegetables to give a try. Start easy with simple vegetables or fruit, maybe preparing raw, maybe lightly steamed, work up from there. I've found that when people eat better, they feel better, have much better dispositions. One way to get people started on a healthy eating program is to get them started with vegetables, lean programs, and the OG Shake Protocol. By using the OG Shake Protocol for a minimum of 8 to 12 weeks, you can help yourself break new habits and break bad habits and form new ones. Why 8 to 12 weeks? because it takes that long for the human brain to become unhooked from healthy food predilections and rewire itself to want healthy foods as part of a new healthy lifestyle. While you're taking yourself away from processed beige foods, you're breaking a cycle of addiction that is keeping us overweight and obese, leading yourself to a healthier lifestyle that your brain will be newly trained to want to do. And this sets you up for long-term success. This is why I am glad to see that Organo is going to help the world eat better with OGX Fenix. In my practice, I teach clients to use meal replacement shakes. They provide optimal amounts of protein without the added sugar or fat or excess carbohydrates that were part of their former diets. When we eat enough good protein, it helps preserve lean muscle mass while losing excess fat. Our bodies use muscles as preferential food when we're purposely losing weight, and a meal replacement shake like OGX Fenix helps to keep that lean muscle while losing fat. After your clients are on the OG Shake protocol for about a week, you can see if you can interest them in starting a cardiovascular workout. You know, nothing too extreme. Don't start there. Start with walking. And then when they get used to that, bring it up a little bit and up a little bit. A lot of the recent fitness tracking technologies gained a lot of popularity, and a lot of people find the goals that come with these devices to be truly motivational. Some of them have alarms that'll beep if you haven't moved in too long of a time, and some of them just set your own goals, set goals that you can achieve. I like the Fitbit products, but there's a lot of other choices out there, and there are even free or low-cost apps that you can use on the phone as a tracker. After a couple weeks of stepping up the effort with cardiovascular training, see if your clients are willing to try weight or resistance training. Very often, weight training group fitness classes are an excellent way to start, but if that's too intimidating, getting an orientation at a local fitness facility is often less scary. In some cases, one-on-one time with a personal trainer is the least intimidating way to start adding exercise to their lifestyle, and it gives them personalized coaching and encouragement. All of my successful clients start with rewiring their dietary day, gradually adding cardiovascular training, and then adding weight training on top of it all. As they start to recognize their own new needs for food and exercise, this becomes part of their new normal state. Meal replacements are simple. Use in place of 2 meals and have a sensible third meal, and you or your client can lose weight. Your sensible third meal can be any meal of the day. It just should be the one that they have the most time to prepare, sit, and mindfully enjoy. Studies show that people who continue to use shakes as part of their long-term weight management plan are more successful at keeping the weight off, while convenience of shakes allow people to stay on the right track for long-term results. Most people still need convenience foods, but they change their convenience food ideas to something that's way more healthy, much like an OG Fenix shake. The OG shake uses whey protein, which is easily digestible. It's a complete protein that is a great way to support lean muscle. When the OG shake is mixed with non-fat milk or soy milk, it'll give you 22 to 25 grams of high-quality protein. The protein will help you feel full longer because it gives your body the nutrients it really needs. The OG shake also has prebiotic fiber. Clinical studies have shown that prebiotic fiber helps to support a healthy digestive system. Prebiotic fiber also contributes to the feeling of fullness. So what is prebiotic fiber? It's also called resistant starch, and it resists digestion. It helps to suppress your appetite, and it feeds the friendly organisms in your digestive tract. When you have friendly gut organisms, things move along better. You just got that one, didn't you? When the OG shake has electrolytes that keep you hydrated and in balance along with the Ganoderma mushroom. Electrolytes help you absorb the water and the tea you're taking in to maintain a good level of hydration. And physical changes do not happen without proper hydration. They simply cannot. While you're helping yourself change your eating habits, remind yourself that hydration is vitally important. Your Organo Gold teas help fill that need too. OG shakes provide the needed nutrients and fiber to give people long-lasting energy and to feel full after eating. They also contribute to a better hydration and electrolyte balance to keep people sharp and feeling good. Combining this with OG tea or coffee is a great way to lose and maintain weight. A typical weight loss plan will have a sudden drop the first week. I'm just gonna let you know. And after the first week being dedicated to that plan, the next week, there's gonna be way less weight loss. I'm sorry. But then it evens out, and then things become steady state, and it keeps dropping. And then don't ever be discouraged, because the changes do come. One thing that you wanna do is track inches lost, not just numbers on the scale, because when you're working out, both cardio and weightlifting, you'll lose fat, you'll maintain muscle. And muscle is considerably more dense than fat. So think of a little tangerine versus a large grapefruit, that's muscle to fat. Sometimes my clients will come to me and they'll bounce up in weight on the scale, and it's really hard to take. There have been tears, it's horrible. And then they tell me what an incredible workout they did the day before. And the bump on the scale tells me that they are holding on to water. And I want you to not be discouraged, because your body needs that water to heal. That's really important. And then the water comes off in a couple days. It's not a problem. The number on the scale needs to be looked at as a trend and not as a ball and chain you visit weekly. This is also why clients should consider inches lost and their own feelings of wellness. Just because their weight isn't dropping like a stone, it doesn't mean they're not making progress in their weight loss management journey. So it sounds like kind of a dream come true, right? Yeah. I can go on and on about all the great ingredients and what great results it can have, but there's really nothing more real I can give you than actual results. As real as it comes from people you know. We sent product to the selected distributors and participants to try the shake for 90 days. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to please welcome our OGXers.
Baby.